To finalize our review of functions for Calculus 1, we will discuss composition of functions, as well as even and odd functions. As a reminder, in the Calculus Volume 1 textbooks by OpenStax, we are in section 1.1. So we want to define the composition of functions, assuming that we have a function with domain A and range B. The notation is f colon A to B, and we read it as f goes from A to B. And the function g with domain C and range D, with g going from C to D. If B is a subset of C, then the composite function g circle f of x is the function with domain A, such that g circle f of x has the formula of g with input f of x. The domain of g circle f of x will include the restrictions for f of x, that is the input function to g, and also for the final expression g of f of x. If we are composing the functions in the order f of g of x, then the domain restrictions will be the domain restrictions of g of x and also the domain restrictions of f of g of x. So visually, we have an example here that is in the OpenStax textbook. We have a function f that has domain the set of integers 1, 2, and 3. It maps those integers to a range of 0 and 1. The domain of g is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So 0 and 1 is a subset of 0, 1, 2, and 3. And the range of g is 3, 4, and 5. So therefore we can create the composite function g circle f. So g circle f will have a domain 1, 2, and 3. From that, the first application will be f of x. So f of x will map to 0 and 1. And 0 and 1 with g will map to 4 and 5. So the range of g circle f will be the set 4 and 5. So let's try to see how that works. F of 1 is equal to 1 maps to 0, so it will be equal to 0 from the first application, which is f of x. F of 2 maps to 1 through f, and f of 3 maps to 0 through f. The g circle f of 1 will be g of f of 1, which is g of 0. G of 0 is equal to 4 when we use the mapping of g. G circle f of 2 will be g of f of 2. F of 2 is 1, so g of 1 is equal to 5. And g circle f of 3 will be g of f of 3. F of 3 is 0, and g of 0 will equal to 4. So this is approximately or visually how the composition will work. Now algebraically, when we have a function f of x equals x squared plus 1, and g of x equals 1 over x, and we want to find the equation, the domain, and the range of the composite function f circle g of x, what we will do is we will find the composition f of g of x, that equation. So that will be the equation of f with g of x in the place of x. So 1 over x squared plus 1, which is equal to 1 over x squared plus 1. Now, the domain of this function, we'll have to take into account the denominators. So for the domain, we have x in the denominator. X squared cannot equal to 0, and that means that x cannot equal to 0. So the domain will be all the real numbers such that x is not equal to 0. And for the range, 1 over x squared is a quantity that is always positive. It is never equal to 0. X must be non-zero. X squared, whether it is negative or positive, will be positive. 1 over x squared will be a number that is always positive. It will never equal to 0 because the numerator 1 is not equal to 0. So this fraction is just never equal to 0. If I add 1 to both sides, I will get y greater than 1, or f of x, f circle g of x greater than 1. So the range is all the y's such that y is greater than 1. In interval notation, this would be the domain negative infinity to 0 open union 0 to infinity, and the range 1 to infinity. When we are trying to find the composite function g circle f of x, then we will use the equation of g, 1 over x, and in the place of the variable we will plug in f of x. f of x is x squared plus 1. So to determine the domain of this function, we want to make sure that x squared plus 1 is not equal to 0. X squared plus 1 means that x squared should not equal to negative 1. But if we are talking about real numbers, the square of a real number cannot be a negative quantity. Therefore, the domain is all real numbers. In interval notation, negative infinity to positive infinity, open. Now, what is the range? The range is the y value, and we have to kind of think what the expression 1 over x squared plus 1 could look like. So x squared is the quantity that is greater than or equal to 0 for any real number x. And then if I add a 1 plus x squared or x squared plus 1 will be greater than or equal to 1. So two things happen at the same time. The first thing is that 1 is a positive quantity and 1 plus x squared is a positive quantity. This makes y a positive quantity. So y will be a positive number. The other thing that is happening here is that I have a fraction that has a numerator equal to 1 and a denominator equal to 1 plus x squared, which is greater than or equal to 1. So this fraction will have always a denominator that is greater than the numerator, except for the case that x is equal to 0, where the numerator and the denominator will equal to each other. That makes this quantity 1 over 1 plus x squared always less than 1 or equal to 1 when x is equal to 0. So that means that y is also less than or equal to 1. So the range here is the y values such that y is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 1. And in interval notation, this is written as open at 0, 1 closed. We can calculate the composition of functions at a value. So f of g of 0 will be f of, and the g of 0 is 2 minus 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. They're asking us to calculate f of 2, and f of 2 will be 3 times 2 minus 7. So the answer will be that f of g of 0 equals negative 1. G of f of 0, they are asking us to calculate g of f of 0. F of 0 is 3 times 0 minus 7. So this is g of negative 7, and g of negative 7 is 2 minus negative 7 squared, which is 2 minus 49, and that is equal to negative 47. Moving on to something else regarding functions, one other thing that we want to refresh our memory about is even and odd functions. A function is even if opposite values of x have the same y, so equal y's, with a graph that is symmetric about the y-axis. And an odd function is a function that has opposite x's having opposite y's, and the graph of that function is symmetric about the origin. So when they are asking us to algebraically determine if a function is odd or even, what we want to do is we want to plug in negative x and find f of negative x. So f of negative x will be negative 5 times negative x to the fourth plus 7 times negative x squared plus 2. X to the fourth is negative x to the fourth is equal to x to the fourth. Negative x squared is equal to x squared plus 2. This happens to be f of x, and therefore our function is an even function because f of negative x equals to f of x. For this function f of x equal to 3x divided by x squared plus 1, if I do f of negative x, I will get 3 times negative x over negative x squared plus 1. This is negative 3x in the numerator. In the denominator, negative x, when you square it, it is x squared plus 1. I will take this negative sign and I'm going to move it to the front of the fraction. So I will get negative 3x over x squared plus 1. And that is equal to negative f of x. This makes this function an odd function.